Hello everyone, welcome back to the final video of New What Ifs. So, one of you viewers reminded me that I basically have not been doing older videos. Yeah. But, now that you reminded me, I will continue the old series. Well, I'm going to say them old, but they will be new once I finally get them running again. But the only thing is, I'm not really quite okay with uploading more part 2s to some of those videos. Shit! Sorry guys, something was on my neck or just might have been my hair. I really need to get this thing cut. But anyways, continuing on, I will start redos of some of these what ifs. Only part 1s. But if I have a series, I'll continue that series. So yeah, let's do this, guys. Okay. Now let me explain some of the things I updated from last night's post. So, Izuku is the god of spring. Not like hot springs or any of that. No, he's the literal god of the season, spring. So yeah. So he had, like you saw, he has demigod physiology and several other things. But let me get into the new things. So, I decided to not rewrite the whole things, but anyways, let's continue on. Izuku, in this, will actually create a heaven. If I was going to say that, but why doesn't Izuku decide to live in the Japanese heaven? There literally isn't a heaven in Japan. I could not find any other artworks besides a bridge to clouds. I'm pretty sure that's the heaven they're talking about. But other than that, it's not really heaven-like. The literal place that when I search Japanese heaven, is literally a forest on a mountain. So yeah, basically Izuku's. So yeah, but let's get into the story anyways. When Izuku was born, he was actually born with a lot of energy. Not like energy, he would like cry, move, walk around, move a lot. No, like power force type of energy. Like when Izuku was born, the doctors could actually feel the energy radiating off like basically it was like radiation. They could feel it coming off of him. He was radiating energy. Well, that energy is chi or ki in the Japanese term. But so yeah, Izuku is generating chi. And he can manipulate it into anything he wants. So yeah. Now, Izuku is always with his father since his mother is weak. Not like weak, I'm talking about like she's not that strong to take care of him. She's ill, that's what I'm saying. So yeah. So, one day when Izuku was with his mother, he decided to make a dimension of his own. And so he made a world. Well, yeah, so guess what? Izuku literally made a planet of his own, which he's calling Heaven. Hey, he didn't really specific what heaven is. Heaven can be a dimension, a planet, So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, this heaven is different. It can. No, Izuku just made a dimension with floating islands around it. So yeah. So once Izuku finds this, he finds it magnificent and starts putting plants around. And knowing that his favorite season is literally spring, guess what he does? He creates an internal spring on the island. So yeah, there's day and night, and it even makes life other than angels. So Izuku in this, Izuku wants a guardian for this place to protect it when he's not here. So Izuku starts making invites via leaves and sends it out to the spiritual world and the mythology worlds of Japan. Thousands are given as he controls the winds to make sure that it gets to the right place. A lot of the spirits and monsters of Japan got these letters, but do not consider it since they prefer destruction. But except for one. Yamata no Orochi, the Hydra of Japan. And as well as the inspiration for Ghidorah. So he gets this. Let me think. Wait a minute, guys. Okay, let's see. So I couldn't find really the gender for Yamata no Orochi, but I'm just gonna say it's a she. So yeah, Yamata, which I'm gonna be preferring it from now on, since I don't really want to keep on saying Yamata no Orochi. So Yamata agrees on this task, so yeah. Also, these invites are internal, so they will never leave it. So they will leave if someone declines, but some monsters are actually not willing or just thinking about it. So I want you guys in the comments below, tell me which monsters you want me to add to Izuku's Heaven Guardians. So yeah. Now, so yeah. Izuku actually gets rewards for joining. So the reward that Yamata got was her species back. Basically, Izuku made a whole species from Yamata's DNA. Knowing that she's a Hydra, he made several Hydras or dragons. With some actually have 2 heads, some actually have thousands. So yeah, the world that Izuku made is for people who believe in him. Because when Izuku was born, he was called a god, or a young god, the god of spring. Since in this world, Izuku was born in spring. So yeah. So let's get on with this whole thing. So Izuku goes back to his world, and it's spring. So they hold a whole festival dedicated to Izuku, since since Izuku gave off that large amount of power, they do not know what he's capable of. So, in return for being their god, they give him the green dragon crescent blade. This. So yeah. They want to know if Izuku can lift it. And Izuku picks it up with ease. Izuku then just says it's light as a feather. So yeah, Izuku gets the green dragon crescent blade. As he says, it's really light. So yeah, Izuku does not consider himself as a god, but his quirk daughter did call his quirk Spring God, or God of the Spring. So yeah. So yeah, so basically, there's started a whole religion based off of Izuku. And so yeah. So then they started making their own deities for Izuku. So yeah. Now Izuku was only able. So yeah. Izuku is really nervous about the whole being called a god, since he does not himself consider a god. But he helps around, and whenever he helps nice people, he gives them good fortune. He gives them fruit in return for helping them. He does not. So yeah, you got that right, guys. He gives fruit in return for him helping them. Not them helping him, but he helping them. So yeah. Izuku sometimes takes the form of a tiger, not a tiger, a leopard. As you can see. So yeah. Izuku gives his but one day Izuku gave his ill mom a fruit that heals people. So, she's more energetic now. So yeah. Sashi and her started going on adventures together, knowing that Izuku can be left alone, since he himself literally pushed them out of the house, saying that they have not spent enough time with each other, and they should start going on adventures like in the videos he watched of them going on adventures. But that all ended when Izuku was born, since she fell ill. So yeah, Izuku is not being entitled and pushing him out so he can take over the house. He's doing this so that they can have fun together. So then Izuku does not mess with anything around the house, keeps it the way it is. Although he watches TV sometimes, eats potato chips, but always buys some more. But no matter how much Izuku eats, he can eat a fruit and he'll have the body of a god. Well, more of the body of the original canon thing, but he is immensely strong. So yeah. So Izuku goes to his heaven as he just loves watching the sky there. It's always beautiful, calming, like him. Izuku learns some martial arts skills and learns how to control the chi he possesses into his strength. So yeah, Izuku. So we time skip between Izuku's 15, and yeah, like I said, a lot of people say he's 16 when he does all this stuff, like what pattern some of the videos on YouTube. So I'm just doing this to infuriate you since you infuriated me. But, so yeah, Izuku just smiles as he starts helping people around. Now, Izuku can make the whole world an eternal spring, but Izuku just prefers that. Prefers it on his world. Or his heaven, to be exact. So yeah. Izuku. So yeah. Now, Izuku loves going to different mythologies to see different worlds as they are. So, but Izuku does not prefer to go into the world. He just likes to read about them and wants to figure out how much of it is true. So, one day Izuku is training on how to use his Green Dragon Crescent Blade. This, again, so here. Izuku starts making trees around the places. And he makes animals. One thing that he loves is actually to talk to animals. So he usually goes to zoos to speak with them. He can calm down almost any animal he wants. And just hugs the life out of them. Not really, just think of God's strength with that of someone who loves animals and wants to hug all of them. So yeah, he just makes them faint from breath loss. So yeah. So Izuku decides to go to UA to become a hero. And he does. So when Izuku gets there, he walks around. Still in these clothings. Today's the day of the entrance exam, so he's trying to find the auditorium room. So he gets there. There's my giving a whole spiel, as then Ida says, You should dress properly. Izuku just says, well, it's actually just something I prefer to wear. Since it's comfortable, yet strong. It's unterrible, indestructible, flame resistant. It cannot be wet, except for when I want to wash it, because it can be dirty. Well, not really. So yeah, basically Izuku's Izuku's blade. Izuku's clothing is actually really strong and durable. Same as him, supernatural amounts, or superhuman. So yeah, Izuku continues on with doing his things, and he starts destroying robots. Using trees, plants, and everything else to destroy the insides of robots. And yeah. So, when Izuku has enough and wants to go to hand-to-hand combats, he does so. And he engages a robot and starts kicking and punching it. Now, Izuku studied the. So yeah, Izuku basically studied the 5 forms of Kung Fu, and he mastered all of them. So yeah, Izuku smiles as he basically got enough points, around 60. So then he's about to go off as he sees the 0 pointer, but then he hears a girl scream for help. Izuku runs to her and grabs the rubble off of her and throws it at the robot. Izuku, after finishing battling this robot, he decides to call upon his Hydra. And it decimates the robot. As the teachers and the heroes are surprised at seeing such a magnificent beast, Nezu then said, Yamata no Orochi, the Hydra of Japan, a legendary beast that thought was supposed to be a myth, but it's real. So, the heroes are actually surprised that a beast from mythology is actually real. So yeah, Izuku whispers to the dragon to go back to heaven. So it does. Well, she does. So yeah, Izuku just smiles as he helps Ochako up. Now Ochako blushes. I'm pretty sure a lot of you can guess why. This Izuku is as beautiful as a maiden. Well, basically he's more. He can make. Basically, he's so beautiful that he can make Aphrodite run for her money. I think that's the right goddess. I'm pretty sure the goddess of beauty, womanism. So yeah, but is also so handsome. He can make. He's also so handsome. He can get in bed with all the most beautiful women from all mythologies. So yeah, he's that good looking. But Izuku does not really do any of that. He prefers to help people. So yeah. Now all this power actually comes from a quirk. But he can't. But literally, having a quirk that can make a heaven, like your own heaven, is really powerful. So yeah, Izuku just smiles as he helps people out. So Izuku gets 12,000 points. No way. 1,200 points. So yeah, there we go. Now Izuku just smiles as he got the most points. And after he's done, he goes back to heaven, where all animals live in harmony. I mean, they hunt still, but Izuku makes worlds for them to hunt in. So yeah, Izuku loves this place. Hopefully it can never end. That's the end of this What If, guys. Hope you guys love it, and hope you guys like it. Pretty sure those things mean the same thing. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, 100% sure. So yeah. So let's see what. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's June. So, yeah. So on 4th of July, I will be doing What If Izuku Midori Was Loki. So yeah, but until then, I'll be doing other what ifs. So, let's get ready for this whole thing. Bye guys!